Welcome, everybody, once again to Haunt Chat Live. Tonight in the spotlight, we have Doug and Brian from Necronomicast. I said it.
You said it right, even.
And if everybody would please give a very warm welcome to the one and only Gravedigger.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to season 3, episode 9. That many of Haunt Chat Live. We're still here. We got show. I'm booked up for months to come, so we're gonna be around for a while. So welcome everybody. Tonight, of course, we got on the show Necronomicast. Oh, we got people. Moto the Clown's watching. Oh shit, we're in trouble.
Hi, Moto.
Anyway, we got all kinds of good things coming up. And of course, first, as always, we want to talk about our giveaway for the month is a severed hand. Yeah, see, Mistress Laurie's got it right there. Oh, all right. You're turning me on. Knock it off. Severed hand from Stragamoon Productions. They are a couple wonderful guys run that thing. We've got a few different things at our haunt for them. This is the actual one too that we're going to be sending out to you. It's severed hand. It's got like hair on the knuckles and everything. It's creepy as anything. That's right.
I wanted to paint fingernails, but he wouldn't let me.
Nope. So remember, at the end of the show, we will ask a question having to do with the show, and they're talking over there. Yeah. Well, we'll get to you guys. But we'll ask a question. Be the first one to email your answer to hauntchatlive@gmail.com. Don't message it. It's got to be the email. The first email that comes in wins the prize. If you message it, you're going to give it away, and somebody else is going to end up winning it. So don't do that. All right. So one more thing we want to talk about real quick. Coming up now, every year we've been doing this event. Nope, not that one. We want that one to start with. With that being said, I am going to bring on Brian Corey and Doug. Pronounce your last name.
Kabourek.
See, I always want to say Kabourek, but I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I wanted to say Kabourek, right. But well, that's because we know somebody with that name.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Brian and Doug, I guess I better put you on screen. Oh, there you are. Oh, look at those pretty faces from Necronomicast. Welcome, guys. How are you doing tonight?
Very good. Thank you for having us on your program. We've been looking forward to this for a while, and I'm glad the schedule's worked out.
Okay, you need to mellow down. There's a little too much excitement going on your end. You need to chill out a little bit here. So calm down, drop the crack pipe. You know, it's all good. Just relax. I know this is like your first time on any kind of live video or anything like that, but just breathe heavy or breathe evenly, and everything will be good. So that's Brian and Doug. Say hi.
Hi, how you doing, internet world?
So welcome. Oh, I need to get over here so we can kind of keep track. Oh, we got okay. Hi guys. Okay, I got to keep track of the little messages that we get into because we're doing this on. Oh yeah, you got to.
That's my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am unmuted, so y'all can hear me. Awesome. Okay, good. So I think we're good to go. So tell us about Necronomicast. You're from the approximate Omaha, Nebraska area, right? Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right as we look now, we're looking east toward sinister Sydney, and we're looking towards you over cornfields and the haunted heartland. Yeah, we're located by Omaha.
Probably having
yeah.
to look a little southeast, actually.
Southeast, yeah, but
It's that way. You guys
close,
are that
close
way.
enough. Yeah, they're real close to us. In fact, these gentlemen came down this year to our haunt to Sinister Sydney and interviewed us and things like that. And so that's all. Oh, hold on, I gotta look at something here because we can't have that big of a delay because according to this, it is still on. It's still on the song. Wow, that's oh no, it just hadn't updated. Okay, it's all good. All's good in internet land. It just freaked me out for a minute.
He's easily freaked.
Oh, I'm easily freaked out.
Okay.
It's all Doug's fault. It's all Doug. Damn it, Doug.
Here's me.
I gotta get a new button. Says damn it, Doug. Just for
Damn
him.
it,
Damn
Doug.
it, Doug.
All right, so tell us about Necronomicast. What is Necronomicast?
Well, Necronomicast is a horror movie themed podcast with a whole lot more. Our tagline is the horror of Hollywood and beyond. And so we talk a lot about the scary movies of the day. We do like current reviews, discussions about what's going on in the theaters. We talk about what's going on in the world of television. Laurie is she's kind of our librarian. She talks about books that are turned into movies. You know, she kind of goes back and researches the Stephen King books that become the movies that we see in the cinemaplex
Now,
today.
did you say Rory?
Laurie, we have
Laurie.
5 hosts. We have 5 hosts on the show. We have myself, Brian. We have Doug, and then we have Wayne and Laurie Brecky. Wayne's actually a founder of the show, and then we have Mr. Scott Zip Zimmerman as a co-host when we do our big group shows.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to get all that information out there for it. Okay, now go ahead and tell us more about Necronomicast.
So yeah, horror of Hollywood and beyond. And Doug, jump in. So we talk about the horror movies of the day. We do a lot of celebrity interviews, directors, writers, producers from films. The show actually started February 20th was the first show of 2011. So 174 episodes later, we're still going strong.
Wow.
And we're going to record. That's right, babe. We're going to record 175 on Monday night. In a couple nights, we're going to be talking about Gretel and Hansel, which is just coming out this weekend.
Yeah, it looks kind of. I don't know. It looks kind of good, but I know they tend to show you all the best parts in the trailers. So we'll wait till we see it. I like those. I like the pulls on the Grim Fairy Tale stuff because those things were those. If you read the originals of those, oh man, they were creepy and they were disgusting and they were gory and scared the crap out of you. Is what they do. So I like to see them move on to where they're getting back to actually being scary stories.
Well, that's the hope.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it right after we finish here tonight.
Oh, cool.
After the show here, yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just have to tune into the podcast and see what your review on it is. How quick are you gonna have that out?
Well, we're going to record on Monday. Everybody's kind of taking their turns. Doug and I are seeing it tonight. I know Zip saw it yesterday. Wayne and Laurie are actually at a convention, a big-time convention in Austin, I think they are. So they're going to watch it sometime down in Austin. We're all going to talk Monday, so 2 nights from now. And then it should be out hopefully by the end of the week. We like to do like a little post-edit and stuff like that. And, so, yeah, we'll be kicking it out this week. So it'll be fresh for the listeners.
Fresh.
Soon.
Fresh.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so you've been going a long time. Now, I believe you started out. You're strictly a podcast.
Yeah. We do some live events in town. I'm going to be doing some MC work for the 3rd annual Omaha Haunticon, which is coming up. I also host some movies at the Alamo Draft House. We have 2 of them in Omaha. So we kind of do, and we're going to be working on doing some more live events, but it's strictly a podcast, and maybe we're going to spill into YouTube, adult videos.
Oops. No, that's Pornhub. That's Pornhub, not YouTube.
Mostly it's the podcast, man.
We don't want to see that.
Sure.
No, we don't want to see
that.
No.
I don't want to do it.
I
don't want to.
The rule of 8s. Okay, we're not going into that.
No, it would be scary.
Frightening.
Very frightening. So you said besides doing just the podcast, you've also done a bunch of interviews and things like that. Drop some names.
I'm usually the interview guy. My favorite interview in the last couple, probably 2 really great interviews, I think. 3 that I'll talk real quick about. 4, 5, no, 3. So like on our podcast, we'll talk about the horror of Hollywood. So we'll talk about strictly movies. And so I interviewed just this last year Don Mancini. Don Mancini created Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked to Don Mancini and about Chucky and all that stuff, and because he was releasing, I just released the last, I think, movie was called Cult of Chucky. So, or was it Curse? Curse or Cult?
Cult, I think.
Cult.
So many.
And he was fantastic on the show. I mean, he just talked forever and ever. It was great. It was absolutely just a great discussion. Another interview that I like, we do a lot of cryptozoology, paranormal, stuff like that too, because that's the kind of things, ghosts, real ghosts, haunted places, not attractions, but like
right.
haunted house. Those are the kind of things that inspire horror movies, so we kind of naturally talk about that kind of stuff too. I interviewed Bob Gimlin, who made the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film.
Okay.
That they filmed out in Buff Creek years ago. They're like the one true, pretty much, well, it's been disputed, but it's like the best evidence of Bigfoot. We talked to him.
It's real.
Didn't they just see something about they got a new picture of Bigfoot like in the last week?
Nice. I haven't seen that.
They're putting out the other place I go to during the day and things like that. They've always got a TV going, and there was something up on the news. They were showing they have a new picture of Bigfoot. It looks pretty much like the old one reversed, but it's a big hairy guy back in the trees. But it's the newest picture, of the world record holding champion hide and seek player.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, we talked to Bob Gimlin about all that. That was a great show. And then another one. Sometimes we like to talk about maybe like true crime. And so I interviewed a guy named Mark Pettit who wrote a book. It's right up there, Doug. You want to grab it? It's called right up there on the book.
Which one is
Mark Pettit. Wait a minute. Is he from our area?
Yeah. Now he's in Georgia.
Is he related to the Pettits that own the donut shop?
No, but I asked him that.
Oh, they got the best donuts in the world.
Yeah, they do, right? Anyway, so he wrote this book, The Need to Kill, was all about John Jubert.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of local.
I want to see this.
Yeah, so we interviewed Mark Pettit about his book, about his relationship, interviewing John Jubert. So there's a little bit of true crime in there too. So Necronomicast, we kind of like to throw it around a little bit. We're about 80% horror movies, 20% funky stuff, I guess.
Funky. He gets funky.
Play the funky music.
What about that one? We did a cool show where you had your friend that's a chef, and we talked about Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, there's a guy that has
that one.
There's this friend of mine. I've known him since first grade. He is this renowned chef now who owns like 3 restaurants in the Omaha area.
Okay.
Anyway, so we had him come on, and he talked to us about. It was when Hannibal Lecter, the TV show Hannibal, was really big.
Right.
And we even had a writer from that show as a guest. But Paul, the Chef Paul Kulik is his name. He was on the show talking about how difficult or easy it would be to actually cook a human being. So that was pretty interesting. It got pretty weird pretty quick though.
Hey, have you seen it? I just saw it posted the other day again of the meat cuts for a person and the best spots and everything. Yeah, there's a couple on there, boy. Coming from the restaurant capital of the United States, Omaha, Nebraska. For that, there's a couple on there. I don't know. A little extra basil, some hickory salt. I was looking forward to it.
You keep the garlic off of it though.
Yeah. You don't like garlic?
Nah, I can't have garlic.
No, we keep that out. Yeah. Onion powder's good though.
Yes.
Onion powder is good. Omaha has the highest number per capita of restaurants, I think, in the nation.
Yep.
Per capita. So, but I don't think we have any human restaurants. I don't think we do.
Not that are publicized.
Not that we speak of.
Right. That's right.
I mean, if you want to eat it, you can pretty much get it in Omaha, I'm sure, at some point in time.
Yes, sir.
There's still those little the walkways underneath the old market. Nobody's quite sure what goes on down there. So
It's real.
Most people don't.
Yeah, most people.
Well,
I've been
it's all who you know.
So you got this whole podcast. Now the podcast isn't your full-time thing. You like have a job or something like that, right? You have side stuff going on. I know Doug has a haunt.
I do.
Awesome.
I have a haunted house in my basement. It's a 1980s themed haunted house called. We do it on the last Sunday before Halloween. We call it Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Nice.
And yeah, that's been fun. It's gonna be the 4th year this year, I think. So I wore my haunt sweatshirt for everybody tonight.
Ooh, there you go.
I like it.
From
Represent.
I think. Yeah.
I want one of your Necronomicast shirts. That's awesome.
That is a very nice logo.
That was designed for us by Mr. Crash Cunningham at crashcreations.com. We want to give him a shout out. I found him on the Friday the 13th. I'm a real big Friday the 13th nut, okay? So, by the way, Mistress Laurie, nice job pronouncing Necronomicast.
Well, when we first were talking about it, I was like, yeah, we play this game of how many times I can trip over my own tongue in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, and he tried to break it down and wanted me to say it, and I said, no, I'm just going to say their names. That's on you. And I practiced in secret so I could get it right without him knowing.
That's cheating.
Nope.
I know now.
I was on the show. I joined about 4.5 years ago, and I
couldn't say it at all.
I don't think I said it right for the first 10 episodes I was on.
Yeah.
You said Necronomicon
or
yeah, you did it wrong.
The word that tripped me up the most in my lifetime was anonymity. I finally got that down right, so I figured if I could say that, I can say Necronomicast.
Not aluminium.
Aluminum.
No. I can't say peculiar. I cannot.
Peculiar?
Yep. See, it won't work.
Regular or regularly.
That's when the trip him.
I can say regularly if it's all by itself. But you ever listen to The River and Sophia's got that they've got that little thing that they post about if you're in business regularly, and it's like I don't know how she gets over that. Words are hard. Words are hard.
I can do that one.
Yeah. So having a podcast by the name of Necronomicast, it took quite a while for me to be able to say that. But yeah, thanks for the shout out on the logo. It's by Crash Cunningham. He's made a bunch of art for like Paramount Pictures when he did the Friday the 13th when they re-released them on Blu-ray and stuff. He did a lot of special features, and so we contacted him and he whipped this up for us.
Oh, cool. So is that available? Is that something that like fans or other people are able to purchase, or do you just have them just for the show people?
Oh man, look at him shaking his head.
Oh, how much money do you have?
Not enough.
Not enough, but you know what? I'm in charge of the ticket booth at Sinister Sydney. I could let a couple people sneak in if they wanted to.
One hand washes the other. I like where we're going with this.
He just ripped his headphones right out of his ears. Give him a second.
Okay, you can talk now.
Okay, well, yeah, we can work something. I mean, we have the logo and everything. We have the rights to it. Crash created it for us. It's our copyrighted thing. So, yeah, I mean, we never thought about doing a bunch of merchandising, but
I would wear it proudly.
Well, find us on Facebook and let us know that you'd like to order a shirt, and we'll just have you send us an envelope of money, and you'll get something in the mail from us.
I'll have to hook you up with there's a local group.
I'll send you a VIP pass.
There's a local group here that just started up a new. It's not screen printing. It's on demand printing.
Nice.
They're making T-shirts for like $20 full color. And then you can sell them for whatever you want to. I'll have to hook you up with those guys. They're
sweet.
Yeah, their last name is Whip.
Whip it good.
Whip. So they're fun.
Yeah.
I bet they're fun.
And they also own our favorite restaurant.
Yeah, they do.
Whips.
Whip. Crack that whip. Flex that whip.
Whip. You whip. It's the whip. What?
Totally off character.
Yeah, what are we talking
I think the
about?
pills are kicking in.
We completely
So,
lost.
welcome
This is about you
everybody.
guys.
This is Brian and Doug. Welcome, Brian and Doug from Necronomicast.
Have we started yet? Is the show on?
Yeah, it's on.
I thought we did.
We're ready to start the show.
I thought we already did. Let's see. We got any more comments? Oh, nope. Okay, cool. But we still got people watching. What?
Moto did ask a question.
Oh, silicone? Yes. Yes, they are silicone, by the way. The hand.
Not the boobs, the hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, those are real.
Say that.
Those are, oh, you can't, good, you can't see that. Yeah, the boobs are real, but the hand's silicone. Yeah, because you don't want to meet silicone and silicone. They cancel each other out.
Yeah, you.
That's nasty. So if you got fake boobs, don't go for this, because if you're playing with yourself, then the two silicones will cancel out, or maybe they'll morph into something new, and that could be kind of weird. Like a hand and a boob morph into each other, and you got. Okay, anyway, back sorry.
Back on track. Back on track.
No, go on. I'm listening.
We're talking boobs. Everybody just lost their minds.
To talk about here, so watch your show. Go.
So back to the original question, Brian. What do you do in real life?
Well, I am employed with a religious institution.
Awesome.
And I'm also a musician in town, professional trumpet player in town, and so I've always been interested in microphones and recording and technology and recording bands and things like that. So it's not too much of a departure to set up a microphone and in front of our faces and record and edit and put a little product out. So yeah.
So you got your own little studio thing happening, or you can set one up real quick, right?
The Necronomicast.
Yeah, that's a little bit of chorus. Get some echo on there. Give about a 250 delay.
Amazing.
Isn't that crazy how we can do that nowadays? You used to have to go into a cave and talk.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, I've got a microphone on CB radio that'll do that.
We actually recorded a song underneath the overpass at Martha and 480 or North Freeway.
Yeah.
We recorded the vocals underneath that overpass just so we could get that sound, and then let a bunch of firecrackers off at the end. It was awesome.
Did you get the police sirens when they were coming for you, shooting off the fireworks?
No. We had this roll of Black Cats, one of those big ass rolls, and we left it rolled up, and we lit the damn thing and left the microphone there, but took off, so that we had a real long cord for the mic, and we recorded it, and it was awesome. That was cool. That was the 80s. You could do that kind of crap back then.
Yeah, that's when the M80s were real.
Yeah.
And Doug and Zip and Wayne are also musicians in town too. So we all are. Yes. Yeah.
So what have you done lately? So you're a musician. Sing something. Go ahead. Sing something.
I'm in an instrumental band. I play the trumpet. Sorry.
All right.
I'm singing.
Yay! Oh, that's good. Get that boy a contract.
I was waiting for the Mommy Shark or Baby Shark or whatever the hell that song is.
I have yet to hear that song. I have yet to listen to it. I've heard it start and I shut it off every time. I have never listened to that song.
I got a Baby Shark for Christmas in my stocking. It sings that song to me.
Oh, yay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Talk about something scary. You could do a whole podcast on that crap.
Yeah. So anyway, we all are musicians.
He sits up here pretty good.
So are you good? Now again? They're from the Omaha area. You play the Omaha area. Are you guys like actively gigging and stuff? So people can come out and actually watch you. Drop some names.
Okay, well, let's see. Wayne is in a band. Wayne's our co-host and founder of the show. Wayne is in a band called Sailing and Soup. They play all the time. I think he just played last night someplace. Scott Zimmerman, he is a professional drummer in town, and he plays in 3 or 4 bands, including Unexplained Death and Matt Whipke's group.
They played last night.
Yeah, they played at the Waiting Room last night. Was it Waiting Room?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Nice place. I remember when it was Dub's Pub.
Oh yeah.
I played there many times when it was Dub's Pub.
Wow, because that was before the lift ticket, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, I'm thinking of something even like later than that. Like when
What,
the place that had the sign that
Yeah,
said like
D-dubs.
beer is not just for breakfast anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're talking 1984, 1985.
Oh,
Jesus, I was 10 in 1984.
yeah, me too.
Oh, bite us.
Up yours. That's right. That's right.
That's right. This
Couple of
show
young
is-
pups here.
I was like 192. I don't know, something.
Yeah, and I'm older than you, so we don't even go there.
Right.
So, okay, Doug, what band are you in?
Yeah, I play drums in a band called the Bull Nettles.
The
And,
what?
We're kind of
The Boll Weevils?
Bull Nettles.
Bull Nettles.
We gotta work on this. No one knows what I'm saying when I say it, but if I spelled it, you'd go, "Oh, bull nettle."
But what is a bull nettle?
A bull nettle, it's a type of nettle.
What's
It's
a nettle?
A plant. You don't know nettle?
And it hurts.
They're like poison ivy kind of.
Oh, and this is
Ow.
a bull nettle.
Except they leave little things in you. We got them all over the property.
Nettles.
Oh, I bet you do. Yeah. So yeah, I play drums in that band. We're kind of alt country, but I like to call it hard country because I think that sounds tough.
It's not like that country rap stuff, though, right?
No, we don't.
Okay,
We
all
don't
right.
rap. No.
Okay.
It's more like Sunvolt, Uncle Tupelo, inspired by that sort of stuff. Do you know that?
Oh yeah. Uncle Tupelo. Sure, I got one of their tapes in the storage room.
Ah, yeah. So I guess that covers it.
So what kind of bands that are playing now have a trumpet in them? Or are you just out of work most of the time?
No. That's my main instrument that I studied in college, and I play a lot of. I'm kind of retired a little bit because my kids are older, and I will not miss the things that they're doing growing up, and I'm not going to go sit in some smelly orchestra pit or something like that for 3 hours every night. I did that. I played musicals at the Omaha Community Playhouse for like 20 years or so. Did that for a long time. I do a lot of weddings.
Circus?
I played the circus, Omaha Musicians Union gigs. But right now, mostly I do just church work. A classical trumpet a lot.
Oh, okay.
Don't you open up for the World Series?
I play, this has nothing to do with horror movies. I played at the College World Series for the last 20 years, the Star Spangled Banner for like 10 or 11, and then the last 9
I
or
saw
10.
that video.
Yeah. And I play, what's it called? Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I play that at the championship game every year. So.
Oh, cool.
Not to toot my own horn.
So not cherry poppin' daddies type stuff.
No, I was in a really cool ska band called Jimmy Scaffa for a while.
I know that name.
90s.
I know that name.
Yeah. I played that for a while in the 90s, and we toured around. We went to Chicago. We went to, oh my gosh, where did we go? St. Louis. We went to New York. We went to, so that was a lot of fun. But I'm very comfortable staying home with my family and recording this strange little podcast and talking to people over the internet and doing that kind of thing now. So it's very exciting. And me and Zip play in a band together, instrumental jazz rock. It's called Citizens Band. Band. It's a 4-piece. So.
Cool.
Okay, so this guy here, this damn it Troy guy, he's heading. Where do you store your microphones? I wouldn't answer that because he's probably wanting to come steal them.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking us where we store our microphones?
Yes.
Okay. It's a running joke. There's this other haunters group that the question on their shows is always, where do you store your props? And since your microphones would be kind of your props, he's asking, where do you store your microphones?
But I wouldn't trust him. He might be wanting to snag them.
We store them right here. They just stay right here. So.
Oh, he's got a nice little
cover them up nice and clean.
Keeps it warm.
There you go.
Keeps it cozy. It's a cozy for my microphone.
All right. Back to Necronomicast. How often do your shows come out? Are they regular? Is it? Because I hate it when I'm not regular.
No, right. No, when you got 5 people together, and you're talking about horror movies. Now we kind of exhausted ourselves doing this show is going to be horror comedies. We're going to look at a retrospective on Halloween. Everybody's done those. We've done them too. So now we're kind of in this phase where we're very reactionary to things that are current, like right now, that are in the theaters. Like tonight, we're going to go see that Gretel and Hansel when we're off the show here, and then we're going to talk about it. We might put a couple interview shows or something like that in between, but then when the next horror movie comes out, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the next one. So we got there's like 30 horror movies in 2020, and we're probably going to review 10 to 12 of those, and then we'll throw some interview shows. We got some big interviews coming up. So we'll probably put out, I'm hoping, my goal is to put 18 to 20 shows out. So every other week, I guess it averages. But
wow. That's work, man. I do my show once a month because otherwise it's too much work. This is fun.
I understand, but for us, it's also, we go see a movie and then we sit and yap about it. So.
Yeah, it's more like, I think of it more as like a movie club. Yeah. You know, we're going to go see movies and then we'll talk about it after.
My trouble with that is my short-term memory is about this big, and so by the time the movie's over, I've forgotten how the movie started anyway, so I have a hard time doing those kind of review things, you know.
I do that too.
By the way, who are these guys?
Necronomicast.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Has the show started yet? Are we on?
Yeah, are we on? Is this on?
Is this on? Hello?
All right, well, we are looking forward to those things coming out. We are getting, I know we talked about all kinds of fun things as well as the show, but you guys have been around for a long time. You're in the upper hundreds for shows coming out. You're podcasting. You're Necronomicast.com, right?
Yeah, you can find this on all your wonderful podcast platforms. They're watching this through your Facebook Live, and then when you're on that Facebook thing, if that's still around, look up Necronomicast.
I think I actually have a link to it right here in the feed, along with your website and stuff.
Yeah, give us a listen. And maybe drop a review at iTunes Podcasts. Listen to us on all those platforms, and check us out on our website, Necronomicast.com.
And if you look in their archives, hey, you might even find a place called Sinister Sydney in there.
Yeah. From back in early November.
That was pretty cool. I wish I could have enjoyed it more. I was kind of too busy.
You were on it, but you were working. You were
working.
We got this going on. So people that haven't listened to the show, Doug and I drove out to your haunted attraction, which was fantastic.
Thank
you. 3 acres of haunt on 5 acres of land. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was kick-ass.
Murder rabbit.
So we drove
Murder
out
bunny.
to talk about
Murder bunny.
Right. We drove out, talked. That's the first part of the show. Then we interviewed you. That's the second part of the show. And then on the way back home, we talked about us working at hotels and stuff in Iowa and Nebraska. And so it was a very complex yet a fun show to put together.
Listen to that one.
I loved it. So, have you guys, as all this different stuff that we've talked about, have you come up with a question for the folks?
I've come up with 2 different questions. It's gonna
just one.
I'm
pick one.
I'm gonna let you pick which one.
No. This is your job.
Okay, well then, I'm gonna go for the easier one because sometimes the difficult ones just really flabbergast everybody. So we're gonna ask, who made the Necronomicast?
Hey, what?
Sorry.
We got her.
Sorry. The Necronomicast logo. Who made it?
Okay, there you go. There's your question. Send your answer to hauntchatlive@gmail.com. First one that I get is going to win this gorgeous hand that has been caressing my wife's shoulder for the whole show.
That's where I bid him for it.
He liked it, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, yeah, that's from Strike a Moon Productions. You'll find their link in the feed also. Check them out. Answer it. Send it in. Next month coming up, we have the Ohio Halloween and Haunters Association to talk about the convention that's coming up. That unfortunately we're not going to be able to make it to this year. We made it to last year. We did the whole thing. You can check it out. Good time, good convention to go to. Gentlemen, Brian, Doug. I want to say Kabourek again. Brian, Corey, Doug.
Say it. Just say it.
Kabourek. Close?
Kabourek.
Close.
Kabourek. Again, the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Oh, well. Kabourek. Okay. And Brian, thank you guys for coming on. It's been a pleasure having you. Always a good time. It's always good talking to you. Probably see you at HauntedCon. We won't have a booth there this year. But I see you every year there too. That's what's going on. Check that out. HauntedCon Omaha. You can check that on Facebook too. And of course, listen to their podcast about it. So that'll be coming up. What else we got? Anything else to say?
Not that I can think of offhand.
You guys got last words?
Yeah, we'll see you at HauntedCon. It's in Omaha. It's coming up April 4th, I believe. We will have a booth. We'll be doing a live podcast recording there, so come stop by, say hello. And as always, you two, thanks so much for your hospitality and having us on the show. It's always great to see you guys at the different conventions and all the gatherings in the Midwest. Even saw you guys down in Kansas City for the Crypticon down there. So it's good to see you guys. Thank you for writing that lovely song about the Necronomicast. That was pretty hilarious.
You do have pretty eyes. You do have pretty eyes.
Yes. Thank you. I've heard that before.
Gentlemen, thank you for being on. And as always, folks, it's been a blast.